Tonight, Zohran Mamdani gave an outstanding speech, and I pulled out a little clip because I want to talk about it. It talks about if he's going to arrest Benjamin Netanyahu for his outstanding ICC warrant, his international arrest warrant, and then I want to talk about it.
Benjamin Netanyahu is a war criminal, the architect of a horrific genocide against the Palestinian people. He is responsible for the killing of more than 73,000 people, for the maiming of tens of thousands of children as those who survive undergo amputation without anesthesia, for the targeting of neonatal hospitals and maternity care centers, denying newborns even the chance to live, for the countless people he starved as he blocked food and humanitarian aid from reaching them, for the gunning down of hundreds of aid workers and journalists. And just last month, the UN confirmed that Palestinian children continue to be deliberately targeted and killed by Israeli armed forces, more than 8 months after the so-called ceasefire. The list goes on and on, all as we, as Americans, pay for the bombs that do.
Outstanding. It's about time somebody has some balls in this country and calls him out for what he is. Imagine if North Korea did to Gaza what Benjamin Netanyahu did. This world would be losing their minds. Imagine if Iran did that, or some other terrorist organization like Hezbollah. This world, this country would lose their minds and say, we want law and order. This isn't going to happen. We're going to step in and stop it. But because Israel puts money and billions of dollars into the pockets of the United States and congressmen and senators and probably the Supreme Court, and sure as hell it goes to the president, nope, sorry, there's nothing I can do. That's the problem. And when I hear people like John Fetterman saying he's going to leave the Democratic Party if the Democrats don't fund Israel, good, leave. Go put on your MAGA hat because you're MAGA anyway. That's not anti-Semitic. He has murdered tens of thousands of innocent people. You heard what he said. Horrible atrocities. This is the stuff that happened in Nazi Germany. But can you just imagine how morally depraved that people in our government, Republicans and Democrats are, that will shut their mouth because they're getting paid by Israel to shut their mouth because they know if they don't say anything that the money faucet's going to be turned off. Just 2 days ago, Hakeem Jeffries was asked a question about Israel. Why did you vote this way? You know what he said? When you're ready to ask me a serious question, let me know. Dude, fuck you, Hakeem Jeffries. You know, one thing that I have really admired, and I will say, is the Democratic Party perfect? No. But you know what they do as a rule of thumb, as a majority? They give a damn about other people. So when I hear people go on stage or give speeches and go, I don't understand what the big deal about Israel is. That has nothing to do with affordability. I'm going to tell you why. Because I care about those kids. Because I'm not a selfish prick. And the same people that care about Gaza, they cared about the officers on January 6th when you, MAGA, didn't give a shit about them. We cared about E. Jean Carroll when you didn't care about her. We cared about the victims on Epstein Island when you didn't care about them. And I'm not even a Democrat. But people that have empathy, I care about the kids and the children and innocent people that are murdered by gun violence, and it doesn't affect me because I give a crap about other people. That's why it's a big deal. So you tell me what's more important, less taxes or preventing a genocide in Gaza where innocent children are dead, where they're eating out of the garbage cans, where they're getting their limbs amputated. Oh, I don't know. Maybe one's a little more important because our tax dollars, what comes out of my paycheck, is funding those bombs. And it's disgusting and it needs to stop. This is why this is a big deal in this country. We are literally funding a genocide, but because our government is bought and paid for, you could even argue, and I told my son this today, yeah, I can argue that Benjamin Netanyahu was the shadow president. I really believe that. Because if we put him in the White House, I really believe that the majority of this government would probably listen to what he has to say. Ka-ching, 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 ka-ching. Money, money, money. So when I hear and I say that both parties are the same, this is what I'm talking about. They are both being bought and paid for by AIPAC and corporations and dark money. They don't care about you and I. They only care about staying in power. And they do that by taking in millions of dollars. And the people that actually want to change and tell Israel to fuck off, They have so much money that they drown them out with millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars in ads and negative ads. I gotta say, I might be a democratic socialist by the end of all this. Zohran Mamdani's putting rent freezes on tenants. He's making sure that they fix their houses. He's working on getting the buses at no charge, but using their tax dollars. He's going to open grocery stores. That's going to lower the price. He's hiring more teachers. Oh no, the horrors. Oh, by the way, he balanced the budget. Oh my gosh, oh no, oh please, not anything but that. Yeah, it sounds like a real shithole dystopian hellscape, doesn't it? Maybe Democrats, maybe. That's why they're attracted to him. That's why they like him. Because right now, the Democratic Party doesn't have a damn leader. Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer are a joke. You got somebody standing up to Benjamin Netanyahu and sending up to the president, say, hey, get off your fat ass, orange man, and do something. That's what people want the Democratic Party to do. They want Democrats to be on offense and fight and push back against people that have murdered innocent people like Benjamin Netanyahu. Take notes, Democrats, because there's going to be a point when all of you are going to sit by taking money from AIPAC, and one by one, you're all going to be picked out. And the time's going to come when Israel's not going to be running this government anymore. Have a good day.